Hey, welcome back to the Weird Wild World of Wheeler channel. As you can tell by what I'm wearing, this is another official cooking video. Technically, this will be my number 2nd official cooking video. The crawfish ball one was kind of a cooking video, and the quick meal one was kind of sort of. I'll just call that quick meal because it really wasn't cooking. And what else I did? I did a couple other things that were kind of like it, but weren't. And you can also tell that this is a cooking video because I got my official cameraman behind the camera, the Dominator. But this meal is going to be a Cajun chili. I know some people from other parts of the country will be like, oh, that's not a chili because of what I'm putting into it. But this is what we call chili right where I'm from. And it's good too, yeah. So I'm about to start cooking it, but the first set of videos you're gonna see is on a tip I learned on the YouTube from a channel called Google. He does steaks and different types of meats and ribs, and pretty cool channel. He does also some experiments on different things. And one of the experiments he did was on some tenderizing stuff. And this is something I did that seems to work pretty well. So y'all might learn something from it too. But hope y'all enjoy this video, and let's get to cooking so we can manger. That's up, Don. Alright, so it's morning time this evening. We'll be cooking a chili, and I figure I might make a video for it. But the first step I was going to do is I've got some cheap bottom round steak here that I'm going to try to tenderize with a little trick I learned online. In fact, I actually kind of learned some of this off of a channel called Google. I think it's Google Foods. I don't know, it's this old boy. He's pretty good. He cooks a bunch of steaks and lamb and different types of meat on the barbecue pit. And got some pretty little neat experiments he does, and some of them look like they pay off pretty good. But one of the things was tenderizing meat with pineapple. He uses fresh pineapple because of the lockdown and everything. I don't have fresh pineapple, but I do have some canned pineapple. So I figure I'll just let it sit a little bit longer than they do in the pineapple and see how it works. Because what it does is I actually use the steak, I cut it up, I grill it, either on the grill outside or in a black skillet, and I'll cut it up, put that in my chili with the rest of my ingredients, which you'll see later on in the video. So I don't know, let's see how this works. We're gonna dump a little the juice in here. Oh, maybe I should put it on camera, huh? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna place that meat in that juice. See how that does. What it does is it breaks all them fibers up, and I guess the acid from it kind of does some work on it. From the videos you see online, it looks like it works pretty good. Can't leave it long though. It's like I think they did an hour online, and it was perfect. They did more than an hour, and it gets almost like mush. Like it's a timing thing. So I'm gonna time it, see how it works. So that's, I guess, step 1 of this video. No dilly at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's too early for me, unless the Saints are playing or fishing. All right, so it's been about 45 minutes, and I'm looking like I'm gonna pull this out and show y'all what's going on with it. Take the pineapple off of there. So a little closer here. As you can see, this meat, you're starting to see where the fibers are starting to kind of break apart. That's what you want to see, because that means it's tenderizing it. So yeah, that looks pretty good. It might be able to go another 5 to 10 minutes, but that's all it's gonna go. So the next part of this will be me seasoning it and letting it marinate in a little seasoning. So let me kind of move this around. But yeah, that looks like it's doing its job. I think another 5 to 10 minutes and we're gonna pull it. Hit that with my knuckle. Okay, so washed off all the pineapple. Like I said, as you can see, you can tell the meat looks like it's a lot more tender than when we started. So now what I'm gonna do is season it up. Y'all kind of seen this process before. I take a little olive oil, take some paprika, and season blend like Targios or Tony's or Orts. And some garlic powder. Onion powder. And a little black pepper. Yeah, a little black pepper. And a little hot sauce. What I'll usually do too is a little hit of mustard. I get it to come out. There we go. Just a touch. Then we'll mix all that up. That'll be it for that. Okay, so on an effort to save some time, I cut up most of the sausage already, but I was gonna cut up a little bit on camera to show y'all how I cut it. Cut it up into some little pieces, about, you know, that thickish. And then what I do is, I like to do what I call quartering it. Basically, cut it down the middle, and then cut it again to the, you know, pieces like that. Y'all can see that. I'll give y'all another view of it once I get it. But yeah, just down the middle, and then cross. Baya. Down the middle, and then cross. Basically 4 little pieces. Kind of like that. See? Little pieces like that. I call that quartering it. See? So, there you go. Now, another thing I like to do is put some smoked tasso in there. So I'm going to show y'all about the size I cut it up into. Like some little cubes. Maybe sometimes a little bit smaller than that. But yeah. And if y'all don't know what tasso is, it's a smoked pork meat. Usually like from like a Boston butt. That's smoked real good. And we use it in gumbos and some gravies. And heck, I even know sometimes you could put it in like some barbecue sauce and eat that on a sandwich. But, you know, it's they call that a tasso po' boy. But, you know, if you put it on po' boy bread. But yeah, I like to put a little bit of that in my chili too. Adds a little more flavor. Alright, so now it's time I'm going to get my steaks going. Then I'm going to cut up and put in my chili. But what I'm going to do is, I like to start with, y'all know what it is. It's that real butter. Don't y'all mess with that margarine stuff. Butter. But I'm going to cut me up a couple pieces of some butter. Throw that in my pot. Hi-ya. Get that up in there melting. Then y'all know what else I'm going to do. I'm going to throw some garlic up in there. Y'all know I like that garlic. I'm going to put some garlic up in there with that butter. Let that all kind of saute together. And then I'm going to put my steaks in. And get them good and brown and kind of going. And then this garlic I'll leave in there for the chili. And I'll probably add some more after that too. Kind of how I roll. In fact, I got some fresh garlic I might cut up and put in there for the chili. But I'll put that for now because I'm to that point. So kind of get that going. Kind of saute, let that saute a little bit. Put that fire down, just a hair. Make sure the butter's in there good. And the steaks that we tenderized earlier and marinated earlier. It's time for us to get them going. So we're gonna hear that sound. You ready for that sound? Can y'all hear it? It's kind of going not as good as that barbecue, but it's a good. Y'all hear it? Yeah, y'all hear it. I'm sure y'all do. But yeah, we're gonna get that going. I know y'all hear it now. But yeah, so that's that. That's part of the process. Y'all can hear that sizzle. I think it's time to flip. Oh yeah, you can see getting that brownness. And the good thing about it is you can use that kind of brownness that's in there, like the browning, and that's gonna make your chili get a little more flavor. So it all works out. That's why I put that butter in there. But what I'm gonna have to do is hit that real quick with some water and then throw my onions and my ground meat in there to brown. Might have to turn that fire down just a hair. But yeah, y'all can see what it's looking like. If y'all could smell it, ooh, y'all be happy, yeah. Well, while the steaks are going, I decided, hey, why not throw that sausage and that tossle in there to brown a little bit while it's all doing. So, yeah, I went that route. See, that's what cooking's all about. You improvise and you do different things. Stuff that you know is gonna make it good, you go with it. I don't have a plan half the time. I just kind of wing it. Y'all think I got a plan? Well, I must be able to roll. How they say, fake it till you make it. Cause that's kind of how I roll when I'm doing this. Probably how I do with a lot of things in life. All right. So as y'all can see, I pulled my steak out. I got it called what you call this resting. It's resting. Basically, the juice kind of drains out and then it sucks it back in. That's what you're doing with the rest. Now, if you come in here a little closer, Dominic, you can see now I got my ground meat in there and it's brown. That's that step of it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna throw a little seasoning in there. That's what you do with this step. You throw some seasoning in there. So y'all know me. I like my paprika. And then I go with that got the Tony's. Go a little Tony's. Made in Opelousas, Louisiana. 70570. This is the original Tony's. I usually like that more spice. But this is what we got. We got this. We got some other seasonal that come from the homestead. And so I'm gonna go to Tony's today. Just a little hit though. Go put a little bit in there. A little black pepper. But y'all up in there. And then I like to throw a little, I got some minced onion. This is where you throw that in there. I like the onion, I like the garlic. But this is, and then you throw your garlic powder in there. But yeah. And I got a little cayenne up in here too. Where's it at? Here it is. The cayenne. Got some JayAre's cayenne. But yeah. And that's it for now though. That's all we're gonna put for now. I'm gonna brown it. Then I'm gonna add my onions. In fact, you know what? I got my onions right now. You can do that with a chili. So I'm gonna add the onions right now. And then probably some bell peppers in a little bit. And then the next step after that will be what y'all are gonna see. But that's it for that part of the video, buddy.
Okay.
So the next step. Oh, dang, I'll have to use my shirt there. My old weak ass hands couldn't get my bottle cap off. There we go. So now I'm gonna cut up my steak and throw it in my pot. I won't put the whole thing on camera, but I'm gonna show y'all the first part on like the size that I cut it up into for my chili. You know, so what I did was it's been sitting here for a little bit, so it kind of cools off a little bit too. It rests. And then also cools off so you don't burn your hand. So, and then you can go to cutting. And like I said, I'll show y'all the first little cuts that I make. And then I'll show y'all how I cut across. So that should be good to show. Y'all see that? See how it's cut? The angle of it. And now I'm gonna cut it again. I'll just cut them little pieces real quick to show y'all. That way y'all get an idea of the size that I like to put in my chili. Because, you know, the texture goes a long way on how people feel about your food. It's all about flavor, but sometimes it's about texture too. You know, if somebody gets a big old piece of rubbery meat, which this meat should be good because we tenderized it. Y'all saw that part. But you know what I mean. Even though it tastes great, they might be like, man, something's up with that, you know. So, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all just this little piece that I cut real quick, and y'all can get a feel for the size of it. And that'll be it. Okay, so y'all kind of see the size of it now, you know. Some little chunks. I like to get them little chunks. And that's what I like to put in there and let that cook it down with my chili. I'm gonna cut the rest of it, throw it in the pot. Alright, so I just threw some of that fresh garlic that I talked about in there. I'm gonna stir that up a little bit. But what I was gonna say is, now the next step here is a can of this right here. Yeah, y'all know what that is. Throw that in there, the whole can. Fire! And then the next step is, I got a big old cup of water. I don't know if y'all can see how big that cup of water is. It's pretty big. We're going to pour that whole cup of water in there. Because what we want that to get to a ball. So I'm going to mix that all up a little bit. I might even put a little more water. Then I'm going to put that lid on it and get it up to a ball. So that's that step. Word. Alright, so we back. So now, when I take this lid off, it's going to be at a ball. That's where you want to do this next step. So, oh, y'all see that steam? Don't let that hit you in the face now. So.
Why?
Because it'll burn you, fool.
Oh.
The next step here is what I got here is garlic powder. I use, for a pot this big, or y'all can also see that I had to change my pot. The other pot wasn't quite big enough, so I upgraded. Hold on, baby. So now I'm gonna add my chili powder. Oh, so I use pretty much, for a pot this size, this whole bottle. So that's in there. But you want it to be at a ball when you put that in there. And then the next thing that I add is a can of tomato sauce. And then what I do, I stir that up. And I let that cook. Let that cook. So the next step y'all see is when y'all gonna see it. That's it, Dom. Yeah. So the chili been rolling for a little while with the lid on. So now I'm gonna take that lid off and watch for that steam again. I'm gonna put it off to the side. Give it a stir. Ooh, it smells good, huh, Dom?
Yeah.
So the next step is, this is where I throw my bell peppers in. If you got fresh bell peppers, use fresh bell peppers. If you're on a quarantine lockdown, use some frozen bell peppers. Plus, I also like frozen bell peppers when I'm lazy and don't feel like cutting them. But today I was already cutting stuff, so if I had fresh, I'd use them fresh. But it's good to keep some frozen ones in your freezer when you need them. So, yeah, you throw it in there, mix it all up in there a little bit. And we're going to let that cook down with the rest of everything that's in there for a little while longer. And then we're getting pretty close to one of the last steps. We got like 2 more steps that I like to do. And then that'll be about it. Alright, so this has been rolling for a little while now. So one of the steps that I was talking about is I like to add a little Tony Sasher's brown gravy mix to thicken up the chili. Let's see if we can get that without getting too much steam on there. Not a lot, just enough to thicken it up a little bit. Just kind of sprinkle that over there. And then it's almost kind of like a dry roux. In fact, if you got some roux or you made a roux, you can put a little bit of that in there too. But I don't got no roux. We on the quarantine lockdown. I don't got the groceries I normally got in my house. So. But y'all can see, looking good, looking good. So let that roll for a little bit longer with the lid on. And then one of the last cooking step, and then I'll show y'all the preparation step for when people want to eat it. Little thing that you do would make it good. A couple little things. It's all good. See the hand? Ah! Word. I don't got music playing, but it's always playing in my head. Love y'all. On to the next step. That's my cooking dance. Or my actually the food dance. I got a lot of dances. Anyway, I I've opened 3 cans of beans here. I usually like to use 4 beans, but once again, grocery orders are limited. So what I got is I got 2 cans of dark red kidney beans and a can of black beans. Sometimes I'll go even 5 cans if I really want to be beany, but some people like less beans, some people like more beans. Tonight's a 3 bean kind of night, or 3 cans of beans, 2 different types of beans type of night. So let this cook down for a while. It's at that point now where you add your beans. So yeah, you throw them black beans in there. Then you throw them dark red kidney beans in there. And another can of dark red kidney beans. And now we're gonna mix that all up in there. We're gonna let that cook down with all of that mixed together for about another 15 to 20 minutes. And it'll be ready to serve. So that's the last of the cooking steps. Can't wait for you to say you hit it, but that's okay. Alright, so this has been rolling for a little while now. Probably about 15, 20 minutes since I put the beans in. Y'all can see the consistency. I'm kind of stirring right there. So now, what I'm gonna do, turn it off, let it sit for a little bit, kind of rest, like they like to call it, and prepare them children some meals, and I'll show y'all what it looks like as a finished product in a plate or a bowl. Alright, so we all done. We let it cool off a little bit, or rest, however you want to call it. So, show y'all the preparation. Got some corn chips and some bowls. This is going to be the bowl that I'm going to prepare for right now. You got your corn chips on the bottom. Then you throw that old chili right on top there. Bye-ya. There you go, right on top. See that? Right on top. There we go. Then your last step is going to be going your ice in my box. And you should have some shredded cheese on hand. You should always have shredded cheese on hand. See if I can do this one-handed. My cameraman's over there playing Minecraft. But you sprinkle that old cheese right on there on top there. Just like that. Sprinkle that cheese on there. Just like that. And there you have it. Doesn't that look scrumptious? Yep. Whew. One of the problems with cooking so good, I ate 3 bowls of chili with chips and cheese and sour cream. And I might have overdid it because I'm full. But it was good. Everybody else ate 2 bowls. That's probably where I should have stopped. Instead of 2. But I had to make it 3. But anyway. So that's going to end this one. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope y'all learned something. If not, at least maybe y'all got a laugh. Well, take it easy. Be safe.